Hello, welcome to my podcast. This is Lance William Green. I am the CEO of LWG Corporations. I'm also the published author of 9 books. So this is the Self-Help Empowerment Lifestyle Podcast. So today it is 5/15/2026. So, I recently have decided I was going to start jogging again. I've had a little bit of some back problems, and so I kind of stopped jogging for quite a while, and I've been focusing on doing my books and things, and not really doing much but sitting around. And so I'm at 220 pounds, so I'm gonna try to get myself down to 200, 210, somewhere right in there. I'm gonna go jogging a little bit and do some push-ups and things, and some squats and other stuff like that. With my buddy of mine, because he decided that he was starting to get a little too fat himself. So hopefully I'm going to go out and I'm going to do that, and I'll probably run into a couple other people. I've been working on my book. I'm working on that the Trump book that I have, of all the positive facts that I can come up with for his first presidency, and put some of the stuff that he's done now. Probably going to be doing part 2 after he's no longer the president, and follow him a little bit after that for book 2. So that should be coming out soon. I'm just spacing it out and putting all in the pictures and doing all the things that I need to do for that. But also I've been, following the news. I know it's kind of the fake news. I have kind of been watching some of these internet things and stuff like that, but one of the things is this hantavirus. Now, is it really the hantavirus? I don't know. I'm not a specialist in diseases and things, and I don't have access to that. But I do see how the news and everything is really blowing things up out of proportion, or maybe they're not. But like I said in my last podcast, I do remember a few people getting hantavirus, and I think it was that Gene Hackman and his wife died of hantavirus. So, and there was no quarantining and no tending their house, and there was none of this big freak out that's going on. I know it's a little scary, that there's a ship that, or a little small boat actually, that some of the passengers got hantavirus or some other thing that's made them sick, and a few of them died. It's pretty sad. I mean, hopefully it's not really a hantavirus, or something that can spread. We never know what it is, especially with the Iran war going on, and the Ukraine-Russia war going on. And I don't think a lot of people are thinking that, these diseases and things, they have them in all kinds of research facilities all around the world. They use them for peaceful purposes, but they also use them for bioweapons, and they engineer viruses, like we've seen with the COVID virus, to spread human to human, or from animal to human, and to be more deadly. And they actually engineer viruses to be more deadly and to spread to humans super fast, as weapons. And some of these places have really bad diseases that if you get it, you die for sure. No cure kind of thing. So Iran has this stuff too, and Iran is the type of people there that are in control, because of their religious beliefs, that they would release this virus to cure all the infantiles or the people that don't believe what they believe. So, I'm thinking that's going to be happening if it hasn't already, and maybe this is what they know is going to happen. So they're having the military come out. They're doing all this extra stuff. But it was pretty dumb of them to let these people go to all those states Because if you look at the map, they're perfect. It's California, Texas, Louisiana, Florida are right in there. It's like it's strategically placed to spread throughout the whole United States on purpose, kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not saying it is, but I mean, it sure doesn't look right. And the way they're acting over this, and finding more people already, um, maybe it's their next step to releasing a disease and then having a cure come out all of a sudden. That's a RNA vaccine. There are wonderful cures that they have now these days, with all kinds of other special stuff in it. You never know. Um, I personally, I will not take any vaccines. Um, I have in the past. I'm not saying that I never have. I have, but once the COVID thing happened and they had the shots, and it was RMA, DNA modification shots, I have stopped to take any of that stuff. I no longer take pills. I no longer take anything. Maybe a Tums. And I eat lots of dandelion and herbs and things, and I try to eat healthy, and I try to make sure that my water is filtered or boiled. Um, but there's a lot of other things going on that maybe a lot of people aren't thinking of. I know I am. I know when I go out in the sun and I lay here and I'm getting a suntan. I'm looking up in the sky and there's a jet, or maybe like 10 jets, and they're all leaving these really dark white streaks in the sky, and they're spreading out into clouds and turning the day into a cloudy day. But this is the thing I don't think a lot of people are thinking. I know they want to tell you it's a contrail, okay, where it's water vapor, the hot air coming out of the jet engine is making this water vapor, or it could be that they're spraying chemicals in the air, because if you notice, not all the jets are doing that. Some are, some aren't. And it's spreading out and it's turning into a cloudy day. That's a fact. So that is happening. Whether it's whatever it is their way they're flying is affecting the weather. They're leaving clouds behind, and that cloud is making it cooler or hotter. That is a fact. You can, no matter what it is, that's happening. But the other thing is maybe you should get your telescope out and zoom in on one of these jets that's doing that and see what you see. Maybe do a little investigation yourself and see if this stuff is really true. Because I'm starting to think this is chemicals that they're spraying on us, and it's coming down. We're breathing this stuff in. I don't know. There's other countries where there is no chemtrails like we have here. So what's going on if it's just contrails? Okay, so there's a lot of things to think about there, and so I've been working on my books, and then I'm gonna go out and exercise. And I did have a few people play me some music and things, but it was some rock, and I really didn't get a good recording of it. So I wasn't gonna put it on here if it's just garbage. I mean, it was pretty good rock music. I went to a concert and I tried to record it, but it didn't turn out right. So I think I'm going to go out and jog a little bit with a buddy of mine and do some push-ups, some workout and things. And, I was actually thinking of writing a workout book. So I may have a workout book coming in the future. I'm still trying to get some grants to start my self-help empowerment lifestyle groups in some jails and prisons and some rehab centers. And, of course, I'm still trying to reach my goal of selling 1 million copies of my books. I have some really good books. I have some really good self-help books. I have some good business books. I have some really cool kids books. I mean, if you love cats, I have some really cool books about my cat Puss. So please check them out. I even have a cookbook, and I have a book on installing a Tesla charger. check them out at lulu.com/Lance William Green. And remember, you can always contact me at lwg.corporations@gmail.com. And, comment, like, subscribe. I'm trying to do as many as these podcasts as I can. You know, um, I don't want to really just report things that I see on the news or that I see on the internet. I like to look and see things for myself with my own eyes, and then do a report on it. There's just things that I cannot do right now. That I wish I could, because believe me, when I can, I'm going to be doing the videos. I'm going to start doing my travel videos. I'm going to start doing my how-to videos, and I may even do some TikTok, Facebook stuff, and I'm going to be doing some product reviews, some car reviews, some motorhome reviews. Um, I got some cool places to go. I got a friend of mine that has some gold mines, with some caves and things. I got a friend that does some travel kind of videos and property videos up there in Reading, so I can check that out. I live down there where, Upland, Rancho Cucamonga area, so I can go up there in Mount Bali and do some hikes and things. And there's a lot of other videos that I will be doing, because I do plan on traveling all the way to Florida and going out to the Florida Keys, up to Montana, Wyoming, down to Texas. I want to go over there to the Catalina Islands, the Channel Islands. I'm probably going to try to go out on a cruise to Hawaii and Maui, and I may even go out at St. Kitts, St. Croix. So we'll see in the future. I'm going to be checking out some yachts and boats and cars and things. I recently seen this really nice Maserati. So I might check out some Maseratis and Lamborghinis in the future. I know I'm going to be checking out some really big buses, because motorhoming is kind of my thing. I really love motorhomes, so I'm going to be doing a lot of camping travel things, with some friends and stuff. So that's all coming up in the future. So, all right, I just wanted to kind of check in and make sure I posted. Sometimes it's difficult to find people that be on the podcast. I'm looking for some interesting people to interview. I did have a couple friends that wanted to be on here, but they are so busy right now. So I think one of the things that we all need to think about is what's going on with Trump and his visit to China right now. And if you're watching the Strait of Hormuz and the oil and everything, to do some investing on the things that he's saying, because you can predict what's going to happen to the stock market if you just watch it and observe, and then follow the trends of what happens. You can make a lot of money right now investing in quick trades, because they'll say the Strait of Hormuz is open and everything will go down, and then you buy, and then they say it's closed and everything goes way up, and then you sell. So there's some possibilities there to make a lot of money, if you're paying attention. I would hope everyone that's listening to this has got the mind of business, along with the mind of not inflicting any self-inflicted addictions on themselves and holding themselves back. This is the self-help empowerment lifestyle podcast. I feel like I may start doing some more seminar type things where I'm reading from my books, some quotes of the day, and some, inspirational things. Because I'm trying to exercise, I'm trying to eat right, I'm trying to keep my mind right, I'm trying to keep my business going, I'm trying to keep my writing with my books going, and I'm trying to expand. I would like to network with some more people, so if people would like and subscribe and like what I'm saying, it'd be cool if you let me know. That way I can reach out to you. All right then. Well, I guess I'll talk to you all in my next podcast. Remember to like and subscribe and to check out all my books at lulu.com/Lance William Green, and contact me, please, at lwg.corporationsgmail.com. Thank you.